Guys, Ryan Cohen and Greg are tweeting back and forth to each other, and I'm going to explain what is going on. A lot of people think that Greg is possibly Roaring Kitty, and I believe they have the right to believe this. Ryan Cohen posted at 9:06 p.m. Coincidentally, I challenged Greg to a Mario Kart race. Greg replied, just turn on my N64, come over. Then he posted who you putting your money on, with him in the green as Luigi, and then Ryan Cohen in the red as Mario. Now, Roaring Kitty posted about Rainbow Road back in 2021 in March, shortly after his posts. In fact, 3 days later, he also tagged Evolution of Rainbow Road, March 23rd of 2021. 3 days later, we had the collapse of Archegos Capital Management on March 26th of 2021, when the firm was unable to meet their margin calls from various banks, leading to significant losses for them. Now, banks have been in a lot of trouble. I've been seeing it everywhere. There is a lot going on in the filings behind the scenes and things that could possibly affect collateral and margin requirements. Now, if you look deep into this was primarily due to Archegos' use of total return swaps, which allowed the firm to leverage its positions without directly holding the underlying assets. Does that sound familiar? Now, the collapse resulted in substantial financial repercussions for banks like Credit Suisse, which incurred around a $5.5 billion loss, and then other institutions like Nomura and Goldman Sachs. Does this all sound familiar? I believe it does. And Gamestop also posted, if you want to stick your head down the rabbit hole, tomorrow over on Instagram. They posted that yesterday. This is all going to bring us into the charts. We are finally having a green day, up 1.78%. We dipped our toes into the zone of basically the cheapest value I believe GameStop should ever get to, because they can buy back the entire float beneath this floor if they wanted to. Obviously, that wouldn't be the case. They would take the company private, all that other stuff. But the fact that they have that much cash on hand is insane for the company. Now, we talked about the 54 day cycle when GameStop hit its cycle top both times. Where are we at in that, and what would we need to see? If we saw the exact move, GameStop would have to see a blip right now like we are seeing today, hopefully getting this first little green day right here, and then as soon as Friday or Monday hits, give it the benefit of the doubt, or giving it enough time here, we would have to see large moves up. We would be needing to see about 20 to 30% green moves, so 10 to 20% days back to back for a few days, even to match the micro snub on these cycles. But ultimately, obviously, we are looking more so for a squeeze here, but I just want to let you know we are running out of time to hit that peak, as well as trading this low. Now, if this does come to fruition, IV is probably very low, and you're probably paying a very small premium. Therefore, if you do catch this move, today would be a very, very solid entry, in my opinion. Nothing I say is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. AMC's chart also shows that we are right on the verge of this blip. I am watching for some sort of catalyst over the next couple of days. AMC also posted that they are officially announcing their third quarter earnings results on November 5th. That is the Wednesday in about 2 weeks. Now, over on Wallstreetbets, people are allowing the post for Bynd again, and they're also all basically posting about Bynd. Bynd Open, CVNA. Bynd still has a lot of hype to it, and they also announced some news today. Beyond Meat announces availability of Beyond Burger and Beyond Beef IV at AIRE. And then we also have Bynd showing up on the threshold securities list. So as shorts did double down, they also couldn't deliver real shares amidst this high volatility. What do you know, right? Sounds like the same thing that always happens. So BYND is now on the threshold securities list. It is still holding the 20 moving average. It is still holding the first pullback at this support level between 285 and 270. This is probably the best case scenario for open that we could see right now, is building a strong base above 268. I mean, we ripped past these resistance levels like they were nothing, and we got the first pullback so far. There's no telling if Beyond is over yet. If you want to know if it's completely over, watch yesterday's upload. Now, AREB is one that I am keeping a side eye on, along with a long list in Discord of short squeeze plays. This one's up 25% and sitting at a 16% nearly short interest. AIRE we covered yesterday. It's up 18%. Also keep an eye over here as well. Now, Tesla got smoked on earnings. It is down 3.5%, trading at 423. This Tesla always has some major concerns, and it's hard to know if this is Elon's main concern. So let me know if you played Tesla. We ultimately lost on this earnings play, but we have INTC or Intel reporting tonight that we may or may not be playing. Again, these earnings trades always come with risk, and we can't get all of them correctly. Correct. Now, Tesla reveals none of their $1.3 billion worth of Bitcoin was sold in Q3 of 2025 as well. INTC reports tonight what is going to happen here. Well, INTC, I expect the numbers to be bad, and they're already front running that the numbers are going to be bad. So that should technically price into the chart a little bit. But they also have had huge partnerships and buy-ins, one of them being from the Trump administration. And that is all going to be talked about in their guidance. They're also going to possibly reveal new partnerships, which makes this earnings play very, very risky. You could buy Intel under $25 for the longest time, and now that it's at 37, you could be due for a nice pullback, which would also build this beautiful cup and handle pattern on the chart. If we did see a nice pullback, right? We got the cup and then hopefully a nice handle. And I would ultimately lean towards a bearish bias down to towards 32 on Intel earnings. But again, this one is very risky. Every earnings is very risky. And if we gap higher, I would expect a rejection around 49. Those are some levels. Speaking of the Trump administration owning plays, they have a potential equity stake, IONQ, D-Wave, and Rigetti Quantum Computing, that is RJTI, which we talked about a long time ago. 10% equity stake in Intel, 15% equity stake in MP Materials, 10% equity stake in Lithium Americas, 10% equity stake in Trilogy Metals. The U.S. government is joining the AI arms race. Last but not least, I want to talk about a couple of plays, one of them being Mara. I expect a move up to 26 by their earnings on November 4th. That's a play you can keep your eye on. SPY is holding and respecting this trend line once again. Breaking above, building support, breaking below, using it as resistance, breaking above, using it as support. SPY is still in range trading. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below on where you think this market is headed. People are anticipating the upcoming Fed meeting, as well as Trump's possible announcement at 3 p.m. ET today. Overall, that is what I got for you for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed watching or found value out of the video. Make sure to like the video on your way out. Subscribe to the channel, turn post notifications on, because YouTube is forcefully unsubscribing people to my channel. See that like button? Go hit that. Go check out the top 2 links in the description for my Discord server, as well as my custom indicator. Go get in the server, guys. Join the family. We talk stocks and crypto all day long. I post my trades when I take them as well. I love you all. God bless. Lottery Stocks out.